Hi all, we are going to start off today with expanding and factoring. Let's just jump right in. We're going to start with expanding. So as you can see from this picture, we're talking about breaking apart and pulling out some patterns in expressions. So let's see how it goes. We have 3 times x plus 1. So this is just an expression because there's no equal sign, so there's no answer. That's why we don't call it an equation when there's no equal sign. Now, if I'm taking a look at this expression, what it's really saying is 3 times x plus 1. Whenever we have a number next to parentheses, it means there's multiplication happening. So 3 times this just really means we have x plus 1 3 times. So let's write that out. Let's just take a look at that real quick before I show you the shortcut that we learned this year. So I have x plus 1 plus x plus 1, excuse my terrible handwriting, plus x plus 1. I just have 3 of those happening. Now, if I were to solve it like this and say, okay, I'm going to expand it like this, 3x plus 1s, I see I have 3 x's and I have also 3 1s. If I add 3 1s up, it just becomes 3. Boom. So this right here in the blue is the same thing as 3x plus 3. Okay, that's one way of expanding expressions and simple and putting them in this simple form. However, we in math learned an even quicker way to do this. So again, this means the same thing as before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my part of my expression that's in the parentheses and put it into pieces on my little rectangle here. So I have x plus 1 on the inside. I carry the plus up just to remember that this 1 is positive. And I have 3. I'm just taking this number and putting it over here. I have 3 of those. Okay. And like I said before, when we have a number in outside next to a parenthesis, it just means multiply. So what I'm really doing here is I'm taking this 3 and I'm going to multiply it to each of my pieces inside of the parentheses. So 3 times x gives me 3x. I just drew this purple line down to separate the two pieces inside the equation. 3 times x is 3x. Now I've done that. Check. Now I have to take this 3 and multiply it with the 1, and it's positive. 3 times 1 is positive 3. So look, you might remember I got the same exact answer that I got last time, but I got it in a much quicker way. I'm just taking that 3 and I'm multiplying it. Some of you might already know how to just do it like this. We call this distribution. Whatever feels comfortable to you is fine with us. However you want to do the math to expand your expressions, you may do it. I'm going to do a couple more examples for those of us that need to look at this a few more times. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We've got 4 of 3 plus 2a. And my 2a is positive because I have that plus sign. Great. So all I did was put my 4 over here and the stuff inside the parentheses on top. Now I'm going to multiply. And if you want to use a calculator for this, by all means do so. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times, so check, I did my multiplication with 3. Now I have to do 4 times 2a. I'm just going to multiply the numbers together and keep the a. So now I have 4 times 2, so now I have 8 a's, and it's positive. Don't forget to rewrite your expression with the plus sign in between. Boom, done. 12 plus 8a. So this pink expression is actually the same exact thing as this orange expression. These are identical. It's just I've taken this 4 and distributed it to the pieces inside the parentheses. All right, let's do one more of expanding an expression. Here we go. I have 2 pieces inside. I have an R. And you might notice, hey, look, that negative is important. It's a subtraction sign, but it also means negative or minus 4. Same thing. All right, so I have R and minus 4 now, and I have 5 of those. All right, let's multiply it. 5 times R, there's that invisible 1 coefficient in front of the R. 5 times 1R means I have 5 R's. 5 times negative 4. Well, I know 5 times 4 is 20. Again, use a calculator or multiplication chart if you need to. And hopefully we are starting to just memorize this, but I'm going to draw my special triangle. All right, I have a positive times a negative, so my answer must be negative. So my answer is 5R minus 20. Boom. Sorry for my crazy writing. That's expanding. All right, let's move on to factoring. Now, factoring is a little bit different, and I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and make a separate video about factoring so that these videos can be quick and accessible.